Down among the pile, discarding humans. Down among the pile, bought and sold. Down among the ones they once forgotten. Down here in the only world they know. Surrounds them.
Hey guys, it's yoUCee here, and today we are going to see how the Demon Warlock archetype is doing, because Blizzard recently buffed this archetype, right? So we have Imp Gang Stooge, Taunt, Death Rattle, put 2 8/8 demons with Taunt and Lifesteal on the bottom of your deck. This card, then this went from 9 mana to 8 mana, destroy all minions, summon any demons in the bottom 3 cards of your deck. So that is there. And then Moraag, he went from 10 to 9 mana, prepare Death Rattle, summon a random demon from your deck, give it Death Rattle, summon Moraag. So these 3 were the buffs. Along with that, we are running the regular, Godfrey package. Unseen Atlas, draw 3 cards, cost 1 less for each card in your hand. Of course, Godfrey himself, sorry I didn't mention. Start of game, overdrawn cards return to your hand when you have hand space, they cost 1 less. So basically, this card is like the rule breaker card for those of you who do not know, right? And then you have Cursed Catacombs, discover another card from your deck, make it temporary, very useful in finding the key cards. Next is Conflagrate. So deal 5 damage to a minion, its owner draws a card. Very good. Cursed Chains, take control of an enemy minion until the end of their turn. It can't attack this turn. So this, along with your Herald quest, right? Herald Cho'Gall, draw a card, so it can absorb. And also this one, Battlecry, Herald Cho'Gall, Death Rattle, restore 3 health to your hero. So these both remove the enemy minion using Cursed Chains and absorb it in your Herald minion, right? Yep. And then Drain Soul. Of course, we just saw the Disciple card. Next is Caged Cranium. It gives a good early defense, right? Taunt, Battlecry, gain 1 health for each card in your hand. This one. So extremely good. Hellfire, good board clear. We saw that. Next is Altraxian. Again, this is like little more Herald synergy because we are running Deathwing, right? So Herald Cho'Gall, reduce Deathwing's cost by 1. So if you have done enough Herald, so this will be like 6 mana, right? Our Deathwing. And then we have Willow, right? Archwitch Willow. Battlecry, summon a random demon from your hand and deck. So suppose you have drawn the demon. For example, we are running Moraag, right? Moraag, Forge Fiend. Oh, now I know the links. I just dawned on me. So he's his minion. So Moraag's Forge Fiend. If you have drawn this guy, and if you have Arch Willow, you can play that. And when the Imp Gang Stooge dies, the demons at the bottom will also get summoned by her. So extremely good tempo swing turns 8+. And of course, we have Umbra to spice all this up. So if you have multiple Stooge and everything, she will just boost everything, right? She will trigger the Death Rattle multiple times. So, yep. Now let's jump into the game. This is a recorded game showcase which I just did earlier today. I actually played a couple of our Hero of the Broken deck and lost a little bit of rank there. Yep. Not like a I really wanted to make some good fun clips with Hero of the Broken, but haven't been able to do it yet. So We are against the Demon Hunter. So we have drawn the Ink Gang Stooge. So that should really help, set us up for the late game Annihilation turns. Pretty interesting game, by the way. I am enjoying playing Warlock. How about you guys? Have you guys tried the new Demon Warlock? And I also was listening to the developers video today. I know it's a little bit late. Just suddenly remembered that they had released a video for explaining their balance patch and what their thought process was behind Cho'Gall and stuff. It's very interesting, and they were explaining about how thought about buffing the Demon Warlock. Like, for example, right, giving this buff and then knocking off the Annihilation's mana by 1 and bringing to 8. So that way we get to the late game little faster. And having two 8/8 demons really helps build the wall. Unless they have the Sun Fury. So I'm talking about the Demon Hunter matchup. So Demon Hunter is doing the Demon Hunter things. Our Stooge has given us 2 demons. Now we just Hellfire the board. Right? Not much happening, but I just thought I will have some discussion with you while the match is going on. Definitely I'm going to jump into the match whenever important things come up. And let me know if I have made some misplays or something, right? Please feel free to call it out, right? So, and I'll be more than happy to learn from you guys. So this turn, right, we have to use our mana efficiently. So, if you just play the location, that might not be that efficient is what I personally feel like. So I know we will be taking another 4 if we do that. But look at that. Once we draw, right, we come to know what we have. And I would personally just go with Moraag, right? Because this is what they also mentioned. I learned, like, Moraag coming down 1 turn sooner is such a difference, right? Because now if he was 10 mana, he would still be 6. Not a bad deal, but you are supposed to, play him ideally turn 6, right? So if he's 10 mana, you can still play him on turn 6, but the 1 mana does make a difference. If you would have prepped last turn, we could have played him this turn. So I think it's powerful because we already played Stooge. But here it's not making an impact, I agree. But in the developer video, they're saying, like, to get to the late game little faster is the goal, and I can see that, right? But the problem is, right, now they have that minion played. Now that's why we have the location and the curse change setup, right? So unfortunately we couldn't go on with the Moraag gameplay. We'll have to wait a turn or 2, I guess. Sometimes you just can't play the on-curve turns. You have a Divine Shield Wind Fury guy who will also trigger the 5 mana demon, right? So we cannot allow that. So we have to keep countering their game plan. And now the opponent is like thinking, how is he doing that? So I think because of the Demon Hunter population right now in the ladder, I think Warlock I'm finding a lot of fun playing, to be honest. Now they have played their weapon. We are not running Viper in this deck, by the way. Perhaps it could be a good tech addition. I haven't really tried tinkering with Viper yet. So we are drawing 6 cards for 0 mana, right? So this is an interesting turn. If we can, we can just remove the 3/3 from the board and play Moraag. Pretty good, right? Because we're not having too much of board pressure. They have, like, with the weapon, And hero power attack, they have 8 damage. With Sun Fury, they have 11. But they can't do much more of a burst than that. So we are still safe at around 7 health extra, right? So 4 plus 4, 8. So no, 10 health. We are at 10, right? So I made a misplay, I think. I should have Xavier's, but I don't know. Like, I don't know whether it's exactly a misplay, because instead of killing Xavier's, I could have hit my own Moraag as well. Is what I'm thinking, right? That is an actual configurate has another advantage. You can actually get a 0 mana configurate which you can use on your Moraag. That's a intelligent way to use it. Either you can kill the Xavier's or you can kill your own Moraag. I think I would have gone just killing the Moraag, because we don't have like a lot of health, and 8 mana 8/8 taunt lifesteal with an ability to summon Moraag again is better than just killing the Xavier's, is what I feel. Yeah, we are at 10 right now, as expected. Now we have a beautiful Annihilation turn, right? Annihilation. Let's go! I don't see what better play can be there. Right? So if we are at 9 mana, we couldn't do it, right? Before the buffs, we couldn't do this. So you can see the impact, right? But the conflict turn is like, definitely either I should have used it on either side of the board. Yeah, anyway, moving on. Now we are getting Tharasat's. Behold Tharasat's power. So it's they have been saving their void souls all their game, by the way. So 1824, not bad, right? Not bad. I would say not bad at all. So this is an interesting turn. So you can go a couple of lines here. You can, play the Craze Cranium, the taunt guy, to free up your hand space and see what you draw. You can use configuration on an enemy minion as well to see, but again you'll be drawing more as well. But no need to worry about overdraw. But definitely we need to get the hand cleared to see what we are going to draw, because there are a couple of draws that we can get, right? Another Annihilation will be good. That's my view. And look at that. We drew an Annihilation, right? That is the best answer we can give, because the Tharasat's stats is just too much and they are going to scale even more. And now you can see the Moraag is there. We can actually send Moraag back to our deck and have a demon. Now this is a massive wall, and even with Sun Fury they don't have a board to push anything through. So I think the recent buffs for Warlock were pretty impactful, I'd say. So if you are facing a lot of demon hunters, perhaps you can try a version of this deck. Maybe you can tinker around, maybe swap a low impact card based on your play experience and swap it with Viper. Because removing their weapon on turn 4 is pretty key actually. So they are still going with the Void Souls. And they have played the Ravenous Fell Hunter, right? So, do we have lethal now? That's the question. Now, the Imp guy, right? The 6 mana 6/6. I'll put the card in the screen. That guy does 3 damage to everyone. So, can we use that guy to lethal the opponent? That's the question. So for satisfaction, can we not BM basically? We are just trying to find the right answers. You know, we have a lot of card draw in our draw pile. So we are just trying to fish for lethal, right? So they are essentially at 3 damage off. Yeah, Hellfire is lethal. So this is like a extra style points, right? You get their Fell Hunter, then you guessed it, right? Hit 8, 16, and then Hellfire, and that's lethal. Yep. Wow, what a satisfying game, right? Woo! How is it even possible? Even I don't know. So, but it is possible if you play Warlock. So, hope you guys enjoyed the Demon Warlock gameplay featuring our dear Moraag, right? So, that, if you like the video, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great weekend.